Hello, everybody. Jess Lohse with another weekly update for SBCA, Structural Building Components Association. Hopefully, everybody's having a great week. It is 9/27, Friday, the 27th of September. We are almost to BCMC. That's what our staff has been working on. We've also had a few other things going. I'll get to that. But let's kind of start with talking. Well, look, first off, let's talk about some birthdays. Sean Shields, Mr. Sean Shields, his birthday was yesterday. I actually got to be with him in person. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But then next week, Greg Greenlee, our technical director, he is going to have another birthday himself. So if you talk to either one of those, wish him a happy birthday. Beyond that, let's talk foundation dinner auction items. So this year at the SBCA dinner that we're going to be doing to promote the foundation and to benefit the foundation, we've done table sales. We've done a few other things. We're going to have a heads and tails kind of a fun game to get some people interactive and going there. But we're also going to have an auction. And with that, we've got three auction items: a boat ride or yacht trip. To call it a boat is to really undersell it, but it's an amazing yacht adventure with Joe Heichel out in the Chesapeake. So look to the website for that. We also have a Napa Valley wine experience that'll be really cool as well to bid on. But the one I really wanted to talk about, and Gene Frogale helped put this together, is the Montana bear hunt. I'm obviously from Montana. I have done a little bit of bear hunting, but I understand where it's going to be. It's going to be a guided tour into Montana on horseback. So again, it's going to be fairly rugged. This is going to be something that you would want to tell your grandkids about, that going into the wilderness of Montana in the spring. It's going to be a great opportunity. It is, if you've ever watched Yellowstone or any of those other TV shows about Montana, this is about as Western as it gets. In Western, not in like John Wayne gunslinger type things, but being out there on your own, having a great experience, being with the horseback. Again, the guides are going to do a lot of the things. They're going to make sure you're safe and in good hands at all times. But it is one of them things to be out there in the rugged wild world, off the grid and all of that, hunting for bears. There's going to be all kinds of different wildlife and different things that you'll see. It should be one of those, depending on the snowpack, the runoff will be happening. So, just the mountain flowers will be blooming, all the kinds of things. It's just south of Glacier National Park. I think it's adjacent to the Bob Marshall Wilderness area, if you're familiar with that. I think you might get into the Bob a little bit, but again, that is some of the most beautiful areas on earth that I've ever seen. And it ranks up there with everything. So just that as a sightseeing tour is great, but the opportunity to do some hunting as well, if you're into that, make sure you're there to bid on it. And speaking of bidding on the items, we do have an online option that if you are not going to be able to the foundation dinner, you're not going to be in Milwaukee for whatever reason, you'd still like to participate, we've got an online auction that's going for that right now. It's open. It should have the link in the comments or wherever exactly it is based on what platform you're viewing it. But go ahead and check that out. Look to bid on the bear hunt as well as the other two items as well. Napa again, and this is something that we'll probably do a little bit more formal announcement, but we're going to have an OQM in Napa next December, which is a little different on timing, but kind of playing that one up a little bit too. And then being out there with Joe on his just amazing vessel that he captains and stuff. I've had the opportunity to do that a couple of times. It's really, really cool. So that all three of them are going to be, great experiences. But beyond that, other BCMC updates, something that if you're not staying at the Hyatt or the Hilton, which connects to the convention center via Skywalk, if you have to go outside or you're staying somewhere else or you're driving in, there are going to be a limited number of entrances. So at each entrance, the facility is requiring security. So there will be as you enter kind of a concert hall or a stadium or something going through a metal detector, there will be people there. So not every door in the building is going to be open. We're going to actually mark them on the exterior with flags. So if you find yourself like, gosh, how do I get into this building? This is the main entrance or this is that. Look for the flags and go from it that way. Obviously, we can go from the Hilton and the Hyatt on the Skywalk, go through the security system there. And again, it's really just kind of a walk-through metal detector. So keep that in mind too, to leave all your firearms at home. That's a pro tip for BCMC. There might be a couple people I have to follow up with individually on that. But beyond that, make sure that you kind of understand what's going on there. No surprises is what we want there. Beyond that, the other thing about the foundation dinner, we are going to have shuttles going from the Hyatt and the Hilton to the Discovery World where the location is at. So, save your steps. I know it's early in the week and you might feel like, gosh, I can walk the 10 blocks, 12 blocks, whatever it is. But there's going to be a lot of steps next week or in a couple of weeks with BCMC. Take that shuttle. We'll be going, I think there's 2 that'll be going for each location. Do that. Maybe you're wearing heels or maybe you got boots on or something or dress shoes, but you try to save those steps. We're going to have a staff member in each one of those hotels in the lobby to kind of guide you and direct you. The nice thing about those 2 is if you're at, say, the DoubleTree and you walk down to the Hilton, you'll be able to jump on the shuttle there. Same with I believe it's a Spring Hill that's right adjacent to the Hyatt. You can walk over there and grab the shuttle there. So beyond that, I'm going long, but did want to talk a little bit about Inside the Blueprint. This is a television program that reached out to SBCA about doing a story about affordable housing. And really, it turned into a great opportunity to showcase what it is that we do in our industry with components, trusses, wall panels, other things, and really just how they are the best way to frame and how to bring things to market and really to showcase, just how they're made as well. So yesterday I was in the Twin Cities areas at JL Schweeters. We did some filming there. Thank you to Pat and Blake with JL for just a tremendous amount of support. Corey was there as well. Had a lot of, as far as welcoming people into your plant and saying, hey, let's go film some stuff. Obviously, we had some safety, people around and we had glasses and everything to where we're doing it right. But that was a huge opportunity to do that. Jeff Talkie drove up from Omaha to appear on camera. I was on camera as well as Blake. So hopefully we're able to cut and, get around this mean mug and, be a little bit better for prime time. But that's going to air probably in Q4 on Bloomberg and then also Fox Business. We'll let you know the times and how that goes. I'm not exactly sure what the time slot's going to be, but most importantly, it's going to be available online and we're going to be showcasing it as SBCA. The hope was, and we tried to generalize like some of the workers, they all had SBCA shirts on, to where any component manufacturer will want to use this as a way to showcase what it is that they do. Obviously, we can't get to every member, but it is one of those that, hey, let's put our industry in a good light and kind of go from there. So with that, I got to wrap up. I went long. I'll probably go long again next week with a lot of BCMC talk and updates, but that's just designed to, hey, watch it on double speed, make me talk really fast and get some information to where hopefully it'll save you a little bit of time or do something a little bit better when you get to BCMC. Really looking forward to seeing everybody. It's going to be a great one. We really got a lot of stuff lined up. Ali has done a great job as well as all of our staff. The ones that are going to be there and the ones that are support, they're going to be at home and some just keeping our operations going. So really a huge thank you to all of our staff as well. Looking forward to seeing the committee members, the vendors, the framers, the component manufacturers, everybody that, you build relationships with year over year. So with that, I'm going to cut it off at 8 minutes. Peaks up, press on. Have a great weekend and we'll talk to you next week.